Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Tuesday. Let's do some shuffling and jump right into the cards. I was hearing the theme song to the old show Happy Days. You know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days. And so I feel like this is going to be a happier day than recently, or it's just going to be another happy day for you depending on how the recent days felt for you. The Four of Wands, the Emperor card, and the Empress, if I could even spit it out. It does feel like a day where you're seeing things working to your advantage. You're feeling like things are a bit more like music to your ears as you plan. You're strategically, even in moments of busyness, figuring out what to do next. Wondering, will this actually work to my advantage in the ways or the way that I'm expecting it to or hoping for it to? However, that's going to look for you. But I feel like there is a moment of expression, whether it's dancing, writing. Reading is what I'm hearing. It could also be creating art or something of the sort. It could be through your job or business otherwise. Or maybe a conversation, but this is of significance, however that's going to play out for you. But the Empress does speak upon you, again tying into the Emperor, figuring out what to give birth to next. Some of which need to remember that their intuition is telling them to continue something longer than it feels doable at times. It could be a job, a relationship, it could be where you're living, you name it, or another kind of investment as I'm messed with. But I do feel like your spirituality is very much part of this time period for the better and or for the worse. But again, it feels like there are happy vibes. And you may be pushed to look outside of you for moments of peace, serenity, balance, and maybe even more or happiness in general, depending on how you're feeling and what you need in that moment. What else do we have? The Nine of Wands in the Star card. We said it was going to be happy vibes, right? Happy energy for the most part, but we didn't say you weren't going to be feeling burnt out. I know for me, it's going to be because I'm pursuing this business and in the midst of my 4-day work week at my night job. But for you, apply it as you may. But the Star card does talk about how you're viewed at in that energy, that starlight quality, and as well a combination with that kind of wounded warrior, burnt out way of being. But as well, when you feel tired, right? When you feel for some exhausted, again, burnt out. I'm hearing worn down for some. You're going to need to ask yourself, what is a wish that I've been asking for? It's about to come true. It's about to come to be sooner than it feels in the moment because of this annoyance or that task, that situation you're committed to, and this feeling all the meanwhile. But I do feel as if there is a push to reach for a small new dream, right? A new wish. Because they're saying once that wish comes to be, even if you have other ones, we need you to keep wishing, dreaming, hoping, and asking for more. That's how your life improves and is added onto. Now, you as well need to think about when the time does come to leave a situation that isn't perfect for you, potentially even toxic to go to that extent. What is going to be essential for you to do afterwards and before, all right? What do you need to do less of at this point? Whether it's oversharing, okay, over associating with a person, place, situation, could be a habit for some otherwise. But I do as well feel like it's again this imagery. If you look, she's walking towards the sun, walking towards happiness. And I feel like this is truly part of this time period, and even more so after you leave something behind and that wish comes to be, and things even more so start to fall into place and work out in your favor. But as well, I feel like there's one specific person that you're meant to connect with throughout this day at one point, if not multiple points. And you guys are going to remind each other of something of importance. I have no idea what that's going to be for you because it's going to vary from case to case. But they're going to adore you, okay? Now, the Page of Wands, it feels like this day involves at least somewhat of a release, all right? Whether it's an expectation or two, could be negativity, it could be bad energy, and it doesn't have to be just one. They can always be intertwined as well. But I feel like you are going to, okay, focusing on the past for some is being released, and that's helping you feel more light and happy, fluffy, right? More one with the moment than you have been, or felt like it was doable. But the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess definitely speaks upon this being a day where spirit's alive, okay? Spirit speaking through a lot drawn to the reading, and even other people in your world. Spirits plopping positive intentions in people's minds and awareness so that they can do better, even maybe assist you in a situation all the meanwhile. But I wouldn't be surprised if it does feel like a day where maybe assisting with this kind of heavy energy or fully heavy energy, your mind may feel like it's racing, okay? It may feel like it's a lot to handle. It could be at least partially, if not fully, due to your spirituality, even if it's simply one spirit. But it does feel like a day where you need to do your best to not only separate your thoughts from spirit, if you're one to hear them clearly in your mind. I'm pretty sure you are that type of individual. But either way, when you find overthinking coming to be, or over-focusing, overdoing it in the mental department, put your foot on the brake. You've done it before, and you can do it again, and again when need be. It's going to really assist with you maintaining this sunny energy, all right? Weird movements are going to take place. I don't know if you just saw how I kind of weirdly moved my arm. It's definitely spiritual, all right? And you might be affected by energy in that moment as well, or previous to it, which is affecting that moment. Anyways, you are going to be pushed to think about the past. It's up to you to let that go if it feels negative or it's just going too far. But I feel like you're getting a reminder. You've come so far, my friend. You're not giving up now, and you're not going to let certain negativities in the world, in your world in general, get the best of you or push you to call it quits when it's not time yet or in general, okay? But I also feel like there's a confidence about you. You're very much in your masculine energy throughout this period, and people are noticing this. There's a boldness, a peace about you, and maybe at certain points you're overly serious, and then you're pushed to smile and maybe laugh and get a release once again and express yourself because it's needed. You're going to feel like you're being noticed as a courageous individual and somebody with true worth in one, if not multiple situations. You might as well feel there's one area of your life or one situation in your life where you feel valued to the furthest extent, and another one where you don't feel as valued or valued at all. Now, I do feel like the day could involve, if you think about the reading so far, certain stumbles when you're speaking or in general, but it's all about you moving on forth past it in a simplistic kind of overcoming, ignoring kind of way, or maybe laughing it off and adding to the happiness and goofiness of that moment or that day all the meanwhile. I do feel like in the midst of being reminded you deserve a wish fulfillment that lies ahead, again, sooner than you realize and are one with, you do need to heal. Be one with the happiness. Take care.